To looking at how that chord was built, I could go C, E, G. That's how I was playing. Or I could go E, G, C. Didn't really matter. Even though C's on top, makes no difference. This is we call root position. This is what they call a first inversion. Because you've taken that root note, stuck it on the top.
I did this in class.
Yeah? Is it a different chord? Not at all. Does it sound a little different? Yeah, maybe. Sounds a little different because now the C's in a different place. But it's still the same chord. If I go G, C, and E, that's a second inversion. All it is, stacking notes on top. I studied this for like 8 months. Was it a waste of time? Yes, huge waste of time.
1 week.
Is it easy to understand? Yes, if you're looking at it. You know, if I take and play this E, this G, and this C, put those three together, it's a first inversion. It's still the same chord. Nothing has changed. Until I change those three notes, nothing ever will change. Yes?
By now, I've only played root chords and second chords.
Yep. Here's the cool thing for you. If I'm on my root chord, and all I do is take these two fingers, move them up one note.
That's your first chord.
It's my first inversion of what chord?
Oh, the same chord.
Nope.
No, it would be,
There's your four chord,
I think it's
instant
seven.
four chord. So here's my root, there's my four chord. Because your thumb is going to change. Because if I move this one and I go up one, right? I keep my C, I add my F and my A, right? Well, F, A, and C is an F major chord.
also known if you add an E, it's face.
Yeah. But those are the three that I would use. So going from root position to first inversion on piano, you find your four chord instantly. Real easy, just like us dropping down a string. You're holding on to a bar chord, you drop down one string, you don't need a power chord. I'm on a G, drop straight down, I'm on a C. Patterns, handy, right? How to find stuff fast. If I drop backwards, leave my little finger and drop backwards one, there's my five chord. Because I'd be dropping down to a G. So I'd have C, F, G. Boom, instantly. Easy to find. Silly little patterns, right? So what I learned to do was build this over every chord. Which was great. I could play major chords. That was awesome. But not all songs are all majors. A lot of three-chord wonders. Once in a while you gotta throw a minor chord in there, right? How do I make a minor chord? What's the easy way to make a minor chord?
E6.
Nope. That's how to find a minor chord. If I'm going to build a minor chord, let's look at C again. So I had C, I had E, and I had G. Right? Those were my three notes in the C major chord. Quick, easy. Make that flat.
Yes.
That's it. You can build every minor chord just that fast. So now, that's a C chord. D chord is D, F sharp, and A. How do I make a D minor? Just like that. E chord. I have E, G sharp, and B. My 1, 3, and 5, right? From the scale. How do I make it minor? This becomes a natural.
Okay.
All right? My F chord, we just said, was F, A, and C, right? F, A, C. Make that flat. Now it's minor. So I sat down at the piano again and went, wow, that's pretty easy. I can play all my minor chords now. Piano is the most laid out basic instrument you'll ever find, other than hitting a rock with a stick. No, it's a pretty basic instrument, and the way they built it was so that you could do this. So my piano teacher, or my piano teacher, my theory teacher was a piano player. She thought this all made sense to everybody. Being a guitar player, my head was spinning. I had no idea what she was talking about until I sat down on the piano and went, ah, now I get it. It's that easy because they're all plunked out right in front of you. So I don't know how many of you have access to any kind of keyboard. You got it.
I have one.
You got a piano at home, right? If you get around a piano, try that. Everybody knows where to find C, right? Look at those two black notes. There's your C. Right, comes right before it.
To me, it comes naturally. You just always.
C to C, pretty easy to figure out. That's all a piano is. There to there.
An octave.
One octave, and that's it. Once you've got that, you can play all your chords. That's how I taught. You gotta go. Yeah, run, run, run. I'm going over all this stuff, which is stuff you're already doing, so
Yes.
not worry. So when you look at how did I teach myself to do that? Again, it's just basic theory. Pretty simple, but it was pretty cool that I could figure that out all on my own. You and you both take your bass, right? Both got a bass at home, started playing around with bass. Well, when you're playing bass, it's pretty easy if you're playing punk rock. Stay on the root note, right? Da, 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 da. Chug away, that's a blast. When you start walking a bass line, this is where it makes a difference. To a bass player, if he's going to walk a line, boom, 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 right? Doing that, grooving along. He's going, oh, C, E, G, E, boom, 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 boom. 4 counts in a bar, right? It's supposed to be a C. It's going to be a prettier C. There we go. There's my walking line. Boom, 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 boom. You groove along to that all day long, right? No problem. On every chord, you're going to do that. But what happens when I play C minor? That has to become flat. Being a bass player is more like being a piano player than it is being a guitar player. Because you've got to know how to figure those out. Guitar players got to know how to play those chords, right? For us, it was a lot of learning forms. Here's this form, and here's this form, and here's this form. When you switch over to bass, you got to turn your head around a little bit and look more at how do you build those chords. And you start getting into 7s, you start getting into 9s, you start getting into augmented and diminished chords, and your head will spin a little bit. You got to think more like a piano player. This is why you go into school, what's the first thing they tell you? We don't care if you're a drummer, a flautist, whatever you do, you're going to take piano. They force you to take piano when you go to university for music because it's all laid out in front of you. It all makes sense, right? It's that 8 notes over and over and over again. There it is. It's all laid out. Have to know this stuff. So it doesn't matter what instrument you're playing, they put you on piano anyway to make your theory make sense. So being a bass player, yeah, not as easy as it looks. You can memorize the patterns. Just don't know what you're doing if all you're doing is memorizing patterns, right? So now, when you're a lead player, same idea. What did we learn? We learned pentatonic scales, and we learned blues scales and all that kind of thing, little tricks and bends and all that kind of weirdness. When you start looking at how to play outside that box, you want to play melody line stuff, you want to get into that kind of a little bit more extreme kind of lead playing, or jazzy, or whatever extreme you want to take it to. You've got to look at what chords you're playing over top of. Always know the rhythm that you're playing on top of before you try to solo over it. In a pentatonic and a 3-chord wonder, hey, riff out all you want, have a blast. But when you get into something a little bit more advanced, now it's knowing, hey, I'm playing over a minor chord, or I'm playing over a major chord, or I'm playing over a 7th chord. What made that chord? And what notes can I use to make those fit? Okay? So, you can use the major scales. You can also use the minor scales. So, when you get into a minor scale, everything changes up. Like I said, we don't really use them too much to find our chord progressions, but if you're ever going to be a lead player or figure out melody lines, all that kind of stuff, half the time you get melody line solos in songs. I mean, even Nirvana used melody line solos. Right? It's going to happen. Got to know what you're playing over top of.